Hey my friends, how's it going? Hey, thanks for watching and liking, and we're going to take a little detour from the old world and kind of jump into the future. The future of 5th edition. That's right, my friends. So, when this set dropped, actually, I have the receipt for when I ordered it. So, I ordered this guy on May 27th of 2011. It was 5th edition, friends. I was already playing Warhammer for a while already. I started playing Warhammer in 6th edition, BC, and I switched over to green skins, and I had a lot of friends playing 40k. So when this set dropped right here, I jumped on it, my friends. So I paid $90. $90 in 2011 for this set. There it is right here. Yep. So I easily got rid of the Space Marines for 45 bucks, no problem. Bam. So basically I bought this set for $45. I just have the Orc stuff from that, okay? That's what you see right here, my friends. Well, actually a little bit extra. So, let me take a drink, hold on. I have 35 Orcs with shooters. Oh, I should open the bottom so you can see it better. I have 35 Orcs with shooters. I was gonna go a black, a tan, like a desert commando kind of look. That's the look I was gonna go for. So it basically was some reds, of course. So I have 35 of those guys. Okay, and then I have 35 of the hand weapons and the pistol, Slugger Boys. My friends, now, hey, if I get the terminology wrong, I'm really sorry. Like I said, this has been forever. These guys pretty much got packed up around the time this came out. So I kind of went all in, picked up some models, started painting them right away. I was very anxious to play. I was looking forward to it. I got one little practice game in with a few, like a little tiny squad, just to get a learning experience. I got creamed. I got tabled hardcore. I didn't learn nothing, but that's okay, because I was all ready to play. So 36 sluggers, 35 shooters. I got 13 knobs. Then of course I have, the heavy weapon shooter, the big shooter guys that came with this. I got 4 of these guys. And then, so I was making a good start, my friends. Oh God, pardon me. And then I got some Storm Boys, okay? So I bought the plastic ones, and I was starting to put those guys together. I never used these in a game yet, okay? And then, of course, I was buying stuff on eBay. It really wasn't super expensive. And I picked up these cool old guys, these old Storm Boys, This is like a metal and plastic combo. So I picked up 2, 4, 6, 8 of those in one auction, okay? And then I picked up these guys, which it's the same models that were basically incomplete. So I have the arms, I have all the parts. They're just I bought them at this stage, So now these guys here were just the metal torsos I bought as some bits, and I got my own legs and the other stuff for my own little parts, okay? So I got a fair amount of the Storm Boys. Okay, now what you see over here, my friends, I got like 30 orcs, okay? Now what these are is I went and took my fantasy orcs. I pulled off 30 orcs. which is no problem because, you know, if you're an Orc player, it's all about the mass numbers, fantasy or 40K. So I have 30, so what I did was I bought a bunch of bits, okay? So I bought a bunch of bits, and so I have, I got sluggers. Okay, so I have 10 of these guys, and then I have 20 of the shooters. Now the cool part about it is they're going to be wearing the fantasy clothes, you know the kilts stuff. So it's going to give them a cool look. They got the fantasy heads. Only thing that's going to be 40K on them is the gun arms. It's going to be a neat mix. So it could be like its own little unit by itself, you know, like a little, it's going to be cool looking. That's what I thought when I was building these. So now, this isn't the thumbnail. It's hard to get a good close-up view of it because you start getting glare from the light. This guy's pretty old. This is from 1992. I got it pretty inexpensive back in the time. You know, it's 5th edition. The old models weren't that hard to get. Okay, so that's what I got here on the table so far. This is like the foundation. Oh yeah, and then here's like the Orc boss. You know, that came in the Black Reach kit. So I mean I'm sorry, yeah, Black Reach, yeah. I always get it mixed up with Skull Pass. It came out around the same time. So now I was working on these guys, and our game store closed. Okay. And, you know, I live in Santa Fe, New Mexico, so we're a pretty small little town, you know. We're up in the top. We're like high desert. We're like 7,000 feet above sea level. So, we had a gaming store, and it closed down. Now, there was some other gaming stores 60 miles away, one way, but I didn't want to drive. I didn't want to drive that far. I have an old truck. It wasn't going to make it, you know. So these guys just got put in the closet, okay? And now here we are at 10th edition, and the new book is pretty much going to drop any time now. And now I got 2 game stores that are so I have one game store that's like 7 miles from my house, man. 17 miles round trip, you know. I can get there fast. And then I didn't know it, but now we have an official GW store. So for the longest time, my friends, if I wanted to go to a GW store, I had to go to Denver, Colorado. You know, I had to drive 6 hours one way. So, you know, now, the last time I played any fantasy games, other than the 2 games of Old World, which I've been recently playing, if you guys are following my channel, I'm doing Old World videos where I'm playing Night Goblins and the BC. But so here I am. I broke out the 40K stuff. There's a 40K day at the game store that I'm going to now. The new Orc book's going to drop. And I can get the rules for free, you know, from GW themselves on a PDF. Way to go, GW. That's how you can do it. So now, instead of, you know, buying a book, I'll take that money, I'll buy some models, you know. Smart thinking. I don't mind buying a codex. We still call them that, right? It's been a long time, my friends. Okay, so this is what I got. This is the foundations of my army, okay? I got more models. I have more. Let's get these guys out of the way really quick. Yeah, so the game store closed. And, you know, it just didn't work out. You know, I just didn't want to drive. Because, you know, it all fell apart for me at the same time. You know, basically, the end times blew up fantasy. You know, I gave it, oh, god dang it, I just broke them. That's okay. Super glue it, my friend. I'll find, oh, here's his legs over here. These guys are old. That's okay, because it's a metal on the plastic. It'll be an easy join. I'll just take an X-Acto knife. I'll scratch that little area so I have a new bond, you know. I just gotta be careful dropping these guys. You know, they're pretty old, you know. But no harm, no foul. Nothing got broken, you know. It's all good. These guys are orcs. They're tough, you know. It's gonna take more than dropping them off a table to mess them up. So, as you can see, I was in the process of painting these guys. You know, once the game store kind of closed, you know, there was no reason to keep on painting them. No, I didn't sell them. I just put them in the closet with my other GW stuff, you know. It all sat in the closet for like forever, my friends, until now. It's pretty nice. It's like a second chance at hobbying. I'm going to show you more models. That's why we're cleaning this up really quick, okay? But I want to, you know, want to put a little care into this and not just like toss them in the box, you know. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. It all fits in here. So, what I was going for, my friends, is I was going to make a green tide list, okay? That was my whole deal, was to have like 100 boys, you know, and so that's what I was trying for back in 5th edition. Now, I have no idea what's still going to be good, okay? But I don't have anything too exotic, okay? I got the basic. I got orc boys. I got some killer cans. You know, I have, you know, I got some looters and burners. If anything, some stuff is probably stronger now. Some stuff is probably weaker. I didn't buy any big vehicles. Like I said, I was just getting started, so. But I did do something. I'll show you in a second. Hold on. Now, I was buying this stuff pretty cheap, okay? So at the time, the orc stuff really wasn't that expensive. Oh man, here, let me put this on the table so I don't mess these up. The box, okay, yeah. So, yeah. So now, oh yeah, hold on, wait. This guy, they have to stay out. They're from something different. And hold on. Was that it? There's 1, 2, and yeah, that's it right there. Hold on. Yes. So 30 fantasy guys. It's going to be neat. I get the fantasy helmets. You know, it's going to be a nice look. Okay, so we're going to keep these 2 guys over here. Now, at the time this dropped, my birthday wasn't that far after that, right? So my wife, who's really cool with me gaming, and it's been, you know, she's a nerd and stuff. It's really nice. So she got me this for my birthday, okay? Yeah, this goes back around the same time period. You know, this Black Reach came out, okay? So I got into this right away, and I started building stuff. So this basically has, it has 1 pain boy, which is this guy right here. Okay, and then it has 5 knobs with an ammo runt, a boss knob and 10 boys, and a death dread, okay? So that's what comes in this box. So since I was, you know, it was a new toy, and I was pretty enthused about it, I was basically painting the stuff you saw, you know, converting fantasy stuff, and then I was starting to build this set as well. And I didn't get too far into it. I basically started building the foot troops, okay? I didn't build I didn't build the dreads. Yeah. I didn't build the big robot guy, the Death Dread. But I started building these guys, the knobs. Here's the boss knob from that unit. So I have a good amount of boys. So right there, 35. Yeah, so this puts me at like about 100 boys right now, okay? Like I said, I was going for the green tide. So I got like 100 boys. I really love the idea of having that wave, that thematic vision of these screamy, mad green orcs. And I love the mad aesthetic. I know, now, man, I really wish I would have bought a lot of the battle wagons and other stuff back then in 2011, because I saw the prices recently and man, whoa. So, but I might do some conversion on the vehicles. Maybe I might buy actually 1 or 2 truck models so I can have bits and convert some of my car models. Okay, so all I really built from this set is just some of the Boyz, okay? So I still have the Death Dread to build, and then I still have the knobs, okay? Do I still have the knobs? Hold on, wait. Or is that just bits? Nope. These are just bits, my friends. So these are just the bits, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'll go back into my fantasy stuff, you know, because I have a lot of, I don't mind pulling out some really old models. I have a lot of stuff, okay? You know, I'm basically like a game hoarder, my friends. You know, I just, you know, that's just my nature. I just get into a thing and I jump in head first, and I'm just like bye, you know, and then so basically for the longest time I played Warhammer Quest, okay? That was my first experience with GW products, was the Hero Quest, GW Quest. My best friend Jesse worked at a game store, told me about Warhammer. That was 6th edition. Basically, that was right at the time when they started having the army books, after the Ravening Horde book, when they did the restart, okay? And that's when they went from undead to vampire counts. Okay, so what I got here is a bunch of bits. So I got bits for knobs, and I got bits for Boyz, okay? So what I'll do is I'll go through my fantasy stuff, and I can see what I can convert. I also have a lot of bits. So back at the time, when game stores, when I used to go to game stores a lot and had choice, you know, access, I would hit the bits bin. I'm a firm believer in kit bashing. I did that a lot in fantasy, and that's what I looked forward to when I was doing the Orcs, because man, I love the Mad Max junk aesthetic, and you can do all kinds of cool things with that kit bashing. Okay, I got a bunch more bits over here. Oh look, oh here you go. Look, I got knobs in this bag. So how many? Oh look, I got one. Oh yeah, I still got the knobs to put together. I just put together the Boyz, and I guess some of the knobs. Looks like I have a, yeah. Well, looks like I have like 2, maybe 3 in there. Okay, cool, my friends. So this is what I got so far, okay? We'll leave these guys out and put them in a different box so I don't damage them. Now, like I said, when I first got into this hobby, I was just kind of buying stuff because it was cheap, you know. I was just like, I had the enthusiasm, my friends, and I was making uninformed choices. All I saw was deals, and I saw orcs, okay? And that's going to be these guys, which are these cool, like, treadmill, it's like a little bike. But the problem is, my friends, these guys are from Gorka Morka, okay? So they're way tiny, okay? They're kind of basically like this scale, my friends. They're small. So compared to a regular orc, man, these guys look like the goblin equivalents, okay? And so that's what these are. So basically, they're like a motorcycle with a treadmill with the little orc guy driving it. And with the machine gun in the back. So what I can always do is maybe take these and convert them into Grotling tanks. You know, they're not wasted. They have cool tires and treadmills. It's just not going to work for what the Gorka Morka models are. But like I said, I didn't spend a fortune on these. I got them really cheap. And that's probably why, because they were from a game that was discontinued. But you know what? It's all live and learn. But it's okay, because now I got a bunch of cool bits, and I'll make some Grotling tanks or something, you know. I'll use these parts to make a battle wagon or a battle truck. It's not wasted. I got cool guns, I got treadmills, I got tires. Now the orc guys, they're way out of scale compared to these, so I don't even have to use them. You know, like, you know, we'll figure them out. I can make the vehicles, and I can put grots on them. You know, who knows? Once we get the new book, we'll see what's going to be valid. Like I know, so now this stuff here, I know is going to still be a thing, okay? So what I got from here is these are the dev copters from this box here. So I basically, so this came with 3 of them, all right? Let's get this. Now, I have a lot more plastic. from Fantasy. And I do 40K, you know, because I was basically just buying up to get a good force. And because of this Black Reach set, you know, I was able to get some bargains. Now, once this set dropped, man, there was so much of it on eBay for cheap. I mean talking cheap, okay? Like, cheap. So, here's another War Boss from this set here, okay? Unassembled. And then I got 6 Death Copters, okay? So I bought 3 on eBay, and then I had the 3 from this box, and I was starting to put them together. But I was mostly focusing on all my foot troops first before I had my air and my my heavy whatever guns. I'm not sure what they call them. Heavy infantry. If I was playing fantasy, it'd be my monsters troops. You know. I don't remember the terminology. Now the reason why I didn't put this stuff together yet, because I was still learning the game, and I was trying to learn the basics of just running, you know, hand-to-hand combat, basic shooting, before I wanted to introduce them flying, and cool-looking mechanical guys who kind of drew me to the game, you know. I was trying to build and learn in stages. So basically, this is probably still a pretty sure bet that this is going to be good. Now this is, oh God, yeah. This is from that one set, oh God, that came out, I'm not, oh God, around this time. It was a battalion box, had a cool War Boss with a squig. I bought him online separately. You know, I was going to try to buy the box. It came with a lot of cool stuff, but it got sold out, you know. I think it was a bunch of killer cans and, you know, and if I remember correctly, it came out not too long after this box set dropped, you know. But I did manage to snag the War Boss, okay. So we're talking like 2011, 2012 for this, around this time period, my friends, you know. Where I was like putting stuff together, you know, basically, you know, reading on my book, because I basically bought, I don't have it handy, but I have it packed in the box. I actually bought the edition, the 5th edition book for the game and the Orcs, okay? So I had a codex, I was reading, I was learning. Okay. We got more, friends. All right. And then, oh yeah. What do we got here? Oh yeah. So we got some killer cans. Because like I say, you know, and then, so here's some killer cans. And then here's a sprue of some grots and the orc herder, okay? These are also like an eBay buy as well. I was buying a lot of stuff for eBay for a while. I was selling some stuff. I was buying stuff. Mostly buying. Not as much selling. But I was buying. I was trying to supplement my hobby buying by selling a hobby I didn't play. But, you know, it didn't do well, you know. It's hard to sell stuff on eBay. PayPal takes a big cut. eBay takes a cut. You know, and they help you with the business. You know, it's understandable. Okay. Now, I got another box of killer cans that I bought because those ones I showed you, I don't have instructions for. But I wanted to have like 6 of them. I wanted to have, you know, basically a nice little unit. So these guys I haven't opened. So what date is this box? This is dated, hold on. Yeah, 2012. So this is the 2012 packaging. I'm not sure if they're still using the same packaging. Yeah, so these are from 2012. So I'm going to have a total of 6 of these guys. And then I got the orc looters and burners, okay? Now I already have some of these guys built. I'll show you those next. So this basically right here is the whole box that I haven't put together yet, okay? Now normally with this box you would have to go either or, okay? Either Ludas or either Burnas. But again, I dipped into my fantasy orcs, and you know, I took more orcs and used them and just use these bits, which I'll do again for this. Because I have a lot of orcs, my friend. I don't mind sacrificing them to save money for another game. Especially if I already have the bits, and they're pretty much interchangeable, you know. So out of this box of 5, I'll get 10, you know. Which I did already, I'll show you. I don't want to lose these instructions, because it's been forever. So again, this box is probably the same time period, about 2012. I was buying this stuff from the game store that I was going to play 40K with, because already at the time, I was playing games of fantasy there. So I was already there playing GW games, already spending money there, already hanging out there. You know, I would play my games of fantasy with my friends, and I see the, I see the 40K stuff. I knew what it was, you know. I knew, but man, it sure looked fun. It looked cool. And then once my games were over, I go and watch, hang out, ask questions. I'm like, man, this looks like a lot of fun. There really wasn't any orc players at the time. So it was perfect, to get this army, because I already had a bunch of orcs already. And then I was already thinking the converting ideas. I'm thinking, yeah, I can do this and this and this. Because for me, half the hobby for me is like putting this stuff together. That's the fun part. Converting, gluing. Hey, my friends, like 27 minutes. That's not bad. We're almost done. Now, in my other video, when I went through all this stuff here, that you can't really see a little bit of it, it took a while. I have a lot of models, my friend. Like I said, I've been playing since, 6th edition. Well, and I stopped for like a good decade. But like any GW player, you end up with a big old pile of shame. That's what they call it, that. You end up with a lot of models. It's hard not to. You say you're going to paint them, you're going to build them, blah, blah, blah. Now this, my friend, was a great deal, okay? Same time period, 2011, 2012. Now this box set, my friend, this is old, okay? This is 1999, okay? And I got this guy for 20 bucks, which is a great deal, because my friends, it's like it's an all metal model. It's all metal, okay? It's a good deal. All the parts were there. It's nice, I'm looking forward to putting it together. So, and this is a Depth Dread, and I got the plastic one in the other box. That'll give me 2, okay? Now the nice thing about it is I didn't really go all crazy, so all the stuff I have is pretty much basic orc stuff, nothing too exotic. So hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It should still be in the new book. It looks like it should be. I'm not really worried about the power changes and stuff. It's been so long, and I've only played one game, so it isn't like I have expectations. I'm just hoping my models are still valid. Now I know that Gorka Marka stuff is not even going to be close, okay? So it's kit bashing material now. Got one more box, friends. One more box to look at, okay? Just move these guys to the side. I'll put them in a different box where they fit better. Hold on, can I get these guys out? I sure can. So, like I said, old school player, my friend. So these guys are put together. They're in my other army box. So I use the empty boxes, for storing stuff in. Now, so like I was saying, I already started making the Ludas and Burnas, okay? And so I already have one box already. And I did what I did last, what I was talking about is where I basically took some fantasy orcs, use their bodies, and then use the bits. So I was able to get 10 guys out of the one box, okay? It was pretty nice, and, it's fun to be able to do this stuff efficiently and try to see, so these guys are pretty much good to go. Hold on. Yeah. Now, I got a lot of models in here, my friends. So, I did buy, oh God. So, this stuff was super cheap. Okay, so, this is before I really knew what I was doing, and all I saw was how cheap these knobs were, right? Like, oh my gosh, you're selling them like cheap. The same 5 out of this box, right? So, bits, my friends. So, what I did was, hold on. I have way too many knobs, okay? I probably have more knobs than I'm going to use, okay? Because I didn't know there was like a limited amount. I thought it was like, okay, so basically, I thought it was going to be like biggins, my friends, where I can take like a whole unit of these big guys. I didn't know it was going to be limited to like 5 dudes, okay? And I had a lot of bits left over. Okay, here, this is one of these burner guys. Yeah. Okay, so. But yep. So you can tell which ones are the, because they all have that same upward arm. So what I did, my friends, is basically I did an arm swap, okay? So I took bits from the other boxes, and then, here's another of the shooter guys there. Yeah. So you can kind of see what I was doing. So basically, I cut the arm off, and I was going through the other bits, giving them the claws if I could, But the whole thing is I got way more knobs than I can use. So you can see what I was talking about here. So I take the, and then I also have some from a set. I think I bought like one set and one box of the knobs so I can have the bits. But what I'm trying to say, my friends, is I got a pretty decent wall, okay? I got way more knobs than I need, my friend. Way more. But I had so many bits. Now I'm not sure if there's going to be a variant list where I'll be able to have a guy that lets me, have more knobs than I should. I don't know, we'll see. But as you can tell, my friends, yeah, I know it's getting almost ridiculous. Like, how many knobs can we pull out of that box? A lot, my friends. A lot. Yep. You can see, my friends, it's quite a bit. Yeah. But, weapon swaps, the heavy weapons from the other sets, I think this is the knob that came in the boy box, the Boyz. I have extra parts from those. But yeah, my friends, I went crazy. So, basically, all I saw, oh God, I think I was getting those 5 guys for like $5 or something, like $1 each for these things, It was, so I went crazy, my friends, and let's see, I got a ridiculous amount, okay? Yeah, you can see, I'm still pulling them out as we're talking. I bought a lot, okay? I bought a lot of these guys, and yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot, friends. So, but I had all these cool extra bits, all these cool extra bits. Yep. Dude, I still got more in here. There's a lot. There's a lot. See, I cut the arm off. So this guy basically they had little pegs. So it had like a little peg, and it had a push-on arm, and those arms got cut off. Or I was also able to take a little hacksaw and cut these arms off and leave this arm on. So I was able to make some good variations. And then of course these guys, have the heavy weapons that have the two hands. So I cut both the arms off, But yeah, my friends, I got very inventive. Yeah, these are all knobs. Isn't that crazy? Okay, hold on. There's more. I'm not done yet. Basically, my friends, I just used every bit on the sprue for the knobs, my friend. Look, there's more. Look, there's more. Almost done. Yeah. All knobs, except for these guys in the front, which are going to be like the Luda Burner Boys. Yeah, there's a lot, my friends. Yeah, there's a lot. Almost done. Almost. Oh, look, here's a mech. Here's a mech guy. Yep. Here's a mech. Okay. And then... yeah, this was going to be another knob with a two-handed weapon. So I just put him in the knob pile. Okay, look, here's a grunt herder guy. So I got some grunts somewhere in a box. Here's another knob. Yeah, dude, when I bought all these, I had... okay, so at the time, in fantasy, you used to be able to bring what was called a unit of biggins, okay? So basically, it was like the fantasy version of knobs, but you were able to bring like a lot of guys in one unit, So that's how I thought this was, because when I was buying and putting this stuff together, I didn't know. I was basing all my stuff on the fantasy game I was playing currently. At the time I was putting this together, which is the past. Okay, so here's another like grunt herder. Okay, here's another of the little shooting guys things there. Okay, oh look, here's another mech. Because he came with mechs, in there in the box. Oh, look at this. Here's a metal knob. Look how this guy's all metal with the plastic arms. I got a bunch of those too. So, my friends, what would you think I have in here? Probably, I don't know what, 30, 40 knobs? I don't know. More than I need, huh? Okay, give me a second here. Well, here's another burner boy. Look, here's another knob. Dude, hold on. We'll arrange them pretty sec. While we wrap this up, I'll put them and give a quick count, okay? Here's another knob. Okay. And then... okay, here's another heavy weapon guy. So, like I said, whenever I could, if I was able to put the bits on a fantasy orc, I converted them over, okay? So, look, here's another knob. Crazy, huh? Okay, here's another one of these weapon guys. So I'm going to have a pretty decent orc force, my friend. As you can tell, here's another one. I got a lot of these. So I think I bought like 3 boxes worth. And was able to double it by dipping in the fantasy stuff. Cause look, here's like another heavy weapons guy. Here's another knob. Here's another heavy weapons guy. And then I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I have like 14 fantasy guys. I was converted into 40k guys, okay? So basically, fantasy bodies using the bits. So fantasy weapons if I could, but the shooters, the sluggers actually. And then, oh watch, check this out. Look how small this is. Oh wait, hold on. Another knob. This is also like a Gorka Morka thing. Look how tiny this is, my friends. Look how small this is. Hey folks, we're almost ready to wrap it up, okay? Yeah, so this is another cool little model, but this guy's tiny, dude. It's like so small, it's all Gorka Morka size. So it's a cool little oddity. Maybe I can make it into a grot tank, build around it, but pretty much it's a cool little paperweight. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to put them in rows of 7. So my friends, this stuff has been sitting in my closet since like 2012, okay? 12 years now. So it's going to be pretty awesome, my friends, to actually get this stuff painted up. The nice thing is, since I was using a black and tan color scheme, I shouldn't have any problems trying to match the paint, you know, because it's been a long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So I know now that I'll probably never use these guys. I don't know, who knows? Maybe there'll be some special rules where I can have like a lot of knobs. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, my friends, I got a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, my friends, thanks for watching and liking and supporting my channel. It means a lot. Normally, I just did cozy games, Animal Crossing, stuff like that, you know. I love that game, okay? And then it was just a fluke. It was just a fluke that the old world came back. I went and dug through the closet, and I made a little video, and then it turned into a thing, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm really happy that I get another chance to get back into this hobby. I'm really happy I get to share this with you. Now, primarily for my Warhammer, I've been doing the fantasy stuff right now, okay? But as you can see, I got a nice foundation for the 40K. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what I'll do is, when the book drops, I'll try to get my hands on it if it's not sold out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's crazy, my friends. Let's do this. Watch. Let's put them in piles of 5. Isn't that the legal amount anyways? Is 5. 1, 2. Well, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way we can see the legal, how much I got legally, right? Because I know that you got 5 in the box. It'll make it easier to count too. Less brain work. Man, a lot of guys. A lot of guys. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, my friends, this is a ton of guys. This is a lot of knobs. This is a lot, my friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here's like 50, 60, 61 knobs, my friend. 61 knobs, that's a lot. I would have to have a big force to be able to play these on. But of course, like I said, I only bought the one knob box, maybe, you know, and then I bought these online for super cheap. And it was all about using the bits, my friend. All about the bits, you know. If I would have bought like all these boxes as knobs separately, then I would have felt bad because I would have spent a fortune, okay? So here's the game plan, my friend. So the stuff that's mostly almost done painted, I'm going to work on that first. Get a small force. Talk to the game store guys down there and try to learn small, okay? So basically, I've been doing 2 Warhammer Fantasy videos a week. Now, I'm not going to have the same, you know, frequency for these guys because they're kind of on the back burner. This is stuff to come, okay? But once I get the book, and once I start talking to some 40K players, getting to know them, you know, my fantasy guys I'm getting in order, I'll be playing some 40K. Because I was very excited. I'm a big sci-fi fan. I love the Mad Max movies. I love action movies, you know. So this was like a logical choice that I was going to end up getting into anyways. So I'm happy to be able to take these guys who've been sitting in Boxburg the last 12 years and maybe get them on the gaming table. They'll be a lot happier orcs. Imagine how sad these guys have been, all locked up in a box, not able to do some crumping. Okay, my friends, you know what? Thanks for hanging out with me on this 45 minutes. Not too bad. It could have been a lot faster, you know. But, you know, it's about spending that time together and sharing our hobbies, my friend. So looking forward, I hope you come back and, you know, leave a like, you know. Subscribe if you like, you know. It'd be nice if you did. Thanks, friends. You have a great day. Or evening, depending where you are in the time zone, my friends. But thanks. Thanks for watching.